någonting att säga till den nordiska publiken, och då sa hon: hur mår du? Och jag blev alldeles paff, så jag visste inte riktigt vad jag skulle säga, men det visade sig att hon har lärt sig lite svenska av Robin Rudholm när hon var i England och körde tidigare, så umgicks tydligen de en del. Hon hade några olika svenska uttryck också. Det är nämligen så att hon är väldigt uppvaktad just nu. Hon har kvalat in som snabbaste bil i Nationwide-seriens första race för säsongen, som går imorgon lördag, eller idag lördag om vi ska prata svensk tid. Så det är väldigt skojigt, och det gjorde hon dessutom efter en stor krasch tidigare i veckan. En riktig smäll som skrotade hela bilen faktiskt. Efter en liten sammanstötning så får hon in i muren i 90 graders vinkel, och det var faktiskt lite läskigt att se. Men hon klarar sig med lite blåmärken, och hon kan fråga: hur mår du? Och jag mår fint, sa hon också. Och hälsar så mycket till den nordiska NASCAR-publiken, och jag lovar att vi kommer få se ganska mycket av den kvinnan.
The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series is presented on speed by DirecTV. Only DirecTV gives you dedicated driver channels so you never miss a second of the driver's race. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Brought to you in part by Dulce de Leche Cheerios with a hint of caramel flavor in every wholesome O. Dulce de Leche Cheerios has a taste the entire family will love. By Ford Focus. And by Camping World. Good Sam. Everything for the RV lifestyle, including RVs, accessories, warranties, insurance, and roadside assistance. Welcome back. The pack is still intact as we see the lead pack. Out in front, it's Miguel Paludo, James Buescher, Brad Keselowski. For the bottom three, or on the bottom, top three. Then it's Cale Gale and Joey Coulter running fourth and fifth. But that outside line continues to move. Now Jason White trying to bring the Gunbroker 23 up to the front.
You know, we were talking about Todd Bodine moving around that truck because we saw some steam coming out of it. We eavesdrop a little bit on some of his radio traffic. Let's listen in.
I'm good as long as I'm not pushing. I don't know if that's what he wants to hear. At least Jason White. Jason White was probably loving the fact that he was giving him those shoves. Again, Johnny Sauter, we've seen him on the outside of some wild three-wide racing already. What are they talking about, Krista?
Well, Rick, when is the last time you heard Johnny Sauter saying, I'm just going to be patient? It's a new year, new resolutions, I guess. Yes, his truck is fine. He started 20th. He's running back right around in that same area right now. He said, I'm just hanging out just in case something crazy happens. Ray?
Miguel Paludo at the very front of the field. New crew chief with him this year is Mike Hillman Jr. Jr. came on the radio and said, are you wide open? Miguel said, I haven't lifted since they threw the green flag. He's got her all the way to the floor. Teammate right behind him. They're going to try to keep that thing teamed up and see if they can do a little bit of bump drafting here soon.
And if that crew chief sounds familiar, Mike Hillman Jr., that was Todd Bodine's crew chief for 2 Daytona wins and 2 Talladega wins.
Yeah, and a part of the championships as well.
Yeah, a couple championships.
We talked a lot last year about our young guns. There's a couple of them there. Dakota Armstrong and Max Gresham running in that lead pack. We had such a talented crop of young guys last year, and we have the same thing again in 2012.
We see Skinner giving the 9 of Ron Hornaday a little shove. Now Hornaday goes up high on the racetrack, making it 3 wide, seeing if he can use that momentum to get back up to the front.
How about our young guys I just talked about? And there's Todd Bodine, Mike Skinner, and Ron Hornaday all grouped together. Sort of the other end of the spectrum, if you will.
And a good move right there by Mike Skinner in that 8 to not move down. He has the 39 moving up to the inside of him and Ryan Sieg. So Skinner being cautious there as he works on the outside of a 3-wide situation.
One thing new for us this year is that telemetry. We haven't had it in the Truck Series before. We have it this year.
And what you're going to see is a lot of speed. Look there, 190 miles an hour on the straightaway in a pickup truck. Oh, by the way, I'm going to push this guy in front of me.
And look at the engine RPMs, up to 8,700 RPMs at 190 miles an hour.
I love the way that they go through the turns and really don't lose much speed at all.
Yeah,
4 miles an hour.
As doing this before, I don't like the way they're all jumping around out there. Makes you nervous when you see those trucks bouncing all over the place, but that's sort of part of the world here at Daytona. If your truck isn't bouncing around, somebody will hit you and make it bounce around.
Michael, you know this better than anyone, but that rear spoiler gives you a lot more downforce, should give you a little more handling. Obviously, you had some way to figure out how to drop the rear spoiler on the last lap and probably didn't have as good a handling there when you came for the win.
Yeah, the spoilers are an important part of this gig for sure.
And you knew that all too well.
What was he implying there?
I don't know.
There was no. I wasn't implying anything.
Look, this is always trouble when you get a slow truck and these guys have to go 3 wide. They're used to running around 2 side by side, and when you got to go 3, look at all them moving around.
Oh, there it goes.
There.
Bottom.
Paulie Haraka got sideways and took Jason Leffler right with him.
Dakota Armstrong, the 98 trucks into the outside wall. A lot of trucks coming down pit road to avoid that incident.
Dakota just had minor damage there.
Yep, coming out of turn number 4, Jason Leffler caught up in it in the 18. But coming out of turn number 4, a little bit loose. Early on, we saw it was the 5 of Paulie Haraka. There's the damage to that race truck.
Anytime something's different, Rick, something happens that messes up your rhythm, then you run the risk of having this happen. That's exactly what the slower truck didn't do anything wrong. He was getting up to speed right on the bottom. These guys came upon him, had to start making some evasive moves, and when you exit forward, that's not the place to be making an evasive move.
See Chris Cockerman in the 93. You see Brendan able to get by, Justin Lofton able to get by. Watch Paulie Haraka. He gets a little bit loose there, even before he got to that truck.
Yeah, it looked like he maybe went up the hill because of the slower truck and then went to go back down a little bit because he didn't want to crowd Leffler, and that got him sideways. These things turn around so quickly. Paulie's not used to this stuff. He's used to racing on short tracks. This is all new to him, and that thing just hopped around on him. And unfortunately, took a guy that I thought might could have won the race tonight, and Jason Leffler with him.
Jason looked awfully good in practice yesterday, did a lot of pushing around. Here's another view. You see Paulie get sideways. He makes contact with that lap truck on the inside and then forces Jason Leffler into the outside wall. Watch these trucks do such a great job of avoiding. There's Austin Dillon also going down pit road to avoid this incident.
And Dakota Armstrong was all over the place. He just barely bumped the wall. I think he's going to be just fine.
Austin Dillon was watching his brother Ty Dillon fly down pit road.
I knew I was going to make that mistake.
Watch this move. And look at Jason Leffler. Sometimes wrecks are just unavoidable. And that was okay. Watch this 98 truck of Dakota Armstrong. He's sideways. Okay, I'm going the right way again.
And
there's the wall.
The wall there just before the start-finish line.
That won't hurt him, though. That truck will be fine.
Coming out of turn 4, here's the incident.
Just take a look at this incident from Ty's truck. Watch him now. He's going to see the smoke and everything in front of him. The spotter's going to tell him off the throttle instantly. And he sees the racetrack blocked. And he's got a perfectly wide pit road to go down.
It's a good way, good feeling when you look up ahead and there's pit road there. Watch Johnny Sauter. Let's see where he goes. You can see his teammate, Dakota Armstrong.
Come on down pit road. Reduce your speed. You're clear of the accident. Reduce your speed. You got one about 3.
The rookie overreacted, Phil. He saw that truck spinning and he jerked his truck and that spun him around. The veteran just backed off the gas and made his way down pit road. So that's a great example of somebody that's done this a while and somebody that hasn't.
And that's why Johnny's been up in points 6th and 3rd and 2nd the 3 years he's run full-time in this series.
So the 5 of Paulie Haraka will make his way back around and onto pit road to the attention of his team. Stay with us.
Jag som just tänkte berömma förarna för att de skötte sig så bra. Det gick så fint trots att man åkte 3 i bredd på nästan alla ställen runt banan. Men det är just det här som man befarar då när det är lite blandning på kvaliteten ska vi väl säga, eller på vanan bland förarna. Det där förorsakades ju av en kille som heter Paul Haraka egentligen, som kör bil nummer 5. Och han har visserligen varit duktig och kört rätt så fort vid några tillfällen, men jag tror han överreagerade lite grann där. I alla fall tog med sig Jason Leffler i nummer 18 och Dakota Armstrong i 98 också. Och ja, de lär väl kanske inte komma ut riktigt. Men vi rensar det där strax och kommer iväg igen. Lite välbehövlig service i depån för de flesta.
Caution out at Daytona. Pit stops underway. Ron Hornaday said his biggest concern, making sure he remembered what truck number he's driving. He said, boys, make sure I see that number 9 sign. Hermie?
Krista, Jerry Baxter calls for 2 tires on Cale Gale's number 33. He gave up the 4th position to come to pit road. 2 tires, no adjustment. Ray?
Quite a few guys on my end went with fuel only, but get this, Miguel Paludo did right side tires and fuel and was still the first truck off of pit lane.
You see the race off of pit road, advancing 7 positions. That 8 of Mike Skinner.
See a 4 spot pickup for Joey Coulter in the 22.
NASCAR does a great job of letting the drivers know in any instance what to do. And if they were coming onto pit road like we saw a lot of the drivers do, they're not going to be penalized for speeding on pit road. They're told slow down while you're going down pit road to a cautious pace. Stay with us. More racing from Daytona here on Speed.
Det är snart fixat. De flesta har varit inne i depån och fått sina bilar tillsedda och ett par av dem har fått köras in och är på väg in i garageområdet. Jag kan ju nämna också för våra norska vänner att vi har lite norsk inblandning i de här teamen. I ett team i alla fall som driver flera bilar, nämligen Thor Sports, som driver 2 stycken bilar. Är ett företag eller ett team med norsk ägare i alla fall. Och det är väl då Dakota Armstrong och Matt Crafton i nummer 40 som kör för det teamet. Kul att ha lite nordisk inblandning och hej på er alla norrmän förresten om ni inte känner er välkomnade idag heller. Vi har sett lite norrmän också på andra tävlingsbanor i Camaro Cup-sammanhang. Vi har sett finländare och danskar också och jag måste för att avsluta det där med Camaro tala om att Jan Magnussen, han är en riktigt bra förare. Han vann vartenda race som Camaro Cup körde i USA. Det säger en hel del.
Will sport's biggest Cinderella story get a second chapter?
Welcome back, Daytona International Speedway. We're under our first caution for the NextEra Energy Resources 250.
That's our first Aaron's Lucky Dog of the year.
Woohoo! Right. The Aaron's Lucky Dog goes to Chris Cockrum.
Yeah, and they just showed Aaron's commercial. Mark said I was goofy. That's not true, is it?
Imagine that. Take a look at what just brought out the first caution flag, the 5. Keep your eye on the 5 of Paulie Haraka.
We were watching this, Michael, and it looked like he was drifting up to the outside to give the 93 truck more room, and then just grabbed the steering wheel and turned it back to the left and lost the back end.
And Phil, it happened right where that banking goes away. The track's flattening out right there. You're running 190 miles an hour, as we've seen on the telemetry. Right when the track flattened out, he tried to go to the left to get off the truck that was on the outside, and it just spun around. Watch his reaction.
There he is right there. He's going to make hard contact with Jason Leffler.
And how many times have you ever just been in a wreck that was unavoidable? Jason Leffler could do nothing there. He was just riding along and got taken out.
He absolutely did nothing wrong and ends up with a destroyed truck.
Take another look. It comes at you very quickly. Coming out of turn number 4, as you mentioned, Mikey, the banking goes away. The 5, the back end comes around.
Look, right there when he's about to straighten out, Phil, around it goes.
Around it goes.
And we listened in on the 18 radio. This is what he had to say, what just took place.
What happened there, Chris? It's off the slower truck. We were lapping and he shot back up into us.
Well, that's not exactly what happened.
Hermie Sadler.
Yeah, I want to give an update on the 27 truck of Ward Burton. Been on pit road 3 times. A vibration in the left front. They thought at first it may be a lug nut. They came in and checked on that. He came back in a second time. They're going to give it a ride here for a couple laps to see what's going on. But something may be amiss with the 27 of Ward Burton.
Have to keep our eye on that state water heaters, number 27 of Ward Burton. See how they do. Again, driving here at Daytona because son Jeb not cleared to drive on the super speedway yet, but he'll be driving at Martinsville in the second race. coming up on almost a quarter of this race. Out in front.